All right, let's talk about what feels like the next huge step in artificial intelligence. You've probably been hearing the term pop up more and more. We're talking about agentic AI.
So, you've definitely used AI that can answer a question, maybe write an email for you, or even generate a picture. But what if it could actually do more? What if instead of just talking to you, it could take action for you? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack right now.
So, what is agentic AI when you get right down to it? Well, think of it like this. It's an AI system that's built to autonomously take action to hit a goal you give it. They're less like a simple calculator or search engine and more like a digital assistant that actually gets things done. And this right here is the most important difference to grasp. A regular AI, like the chatbots we all know, just responds to whatever prompt you type in. But an agentic AI, it actively works towards a goal. That jump from just answering to actively acting is everything. It's a total game changer. Okay, so that probably makes you wonder, what actually gives an AI this power to act? What are the building blocks that make an agent an agent? Let's break down its core parts.
An agentic system really stands on a few key pillars. First, it's got to be goal-oriented. You give it a mission. Then it needs autonomy to figure out the steps on its own. It also needs memory and learning so it can get better over time, and self-correction to fix its own mistakes. But honestly, the real magic ingredient, the one that ties it all together, is its ability to use tools.
Yep, the secret sauce is tool use. This is what lets the agent connect with and control other software. We're talking your calendar, your web browser, databases, pretty much anything with an API. This is what allows the AI to finally break out of that little chat window and actually do things in the digital world.
So theory is one thing, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into a couple of examples to see how this all clicks together.
So imagine you say this to your AI assistant. This is not a simple question. You're not asking for suggestions. You're giving it a complex task that you want completed. A regular chatbot would just spit out a bunch of links, a list of flights and hotels, and then leave all the actual work to you. But an agentic AI, it executes. It understands the real goal here is to plan and book the trip, and it starts taking action to make that happen. I mean, just think about the chain of events here. The agent searches travel sites, it compares dates to find the cheapest options, and then once you give it the thumbs up, it books everything. But it doesn't stop there. It then uses its tools to drop the flight details right into your Google Calendar and even sets a reminder for you to check in. It manages the task from start to finish. Okay, let's level up. Let's think about a business scenario. Imagine giving an AI agent a command this big and this vague. This isn't just about booking a trip anymore. This is about some serious problem solving. An agentic AI would just dive right in. It would start pulling data from sales, marketing, inventory, all over the place. It might find the problem, say a big spike in people abandoning their shopping carts, and then, here's the crucial part. It acts. It forms a hypothesis, tests out a solution, like a new discount code, keeps an eye on the results, and then reports back. It doesn't just tell you what's wrong, it actively tries to fix it. Now, of course, giving an AI the power to actually do things is a massive leap. And with that kind of power, well, you know what they say, comes some really, really important questions about control and safety. And this is the central dilemma, isn't it? We want the AI to be autonomous enough to actually be useful, but where do you draw the line? How do we make sure it stays within the boundaries we set for it without us having to watch it every second? And then there's the accountability question. What happens when things go wrong? If an agent books the wrong flight or makes a terrible business trade, who's on the hook? The person who gave the command? The programmer? The company that owns the AI? It's a huge challenge we have to figure out. For now, the main safety net is something called human in the loop. Basically, this means that for most of these systems, the agent will do all the heavy lifting. It'll plan and prepare an action, but it won't pull the trigger on that final step without getting a clear yes from a person first. So, to wrap it all up, the big shift is this. We're moving from an AI that just responds to our input to one that actively works toward goals. We're going from a single task focus to multi-step planning, and we're going from needing constant human handholding to having the real potential for autonomy. And that brings us to the final thought.
As this technology gets better and AI goes from being just a source of information to being an active partner in our lives, the most important question might not be about what it can do, but about what we will ask it to do. What are the very first goals we're going to give them? I'll leave you with that to think about.